Okay, boys and girls, today we're going to talk talk about area of triangles. All right, so here's what I envision us doing. I'm going to go over the lesson. During the lesson, I'm going to say to you, okay, try some class work. So what I would like you to do when I kind of go over class work is for you guys to pause it, do some problems. All you need is a piece of paper. You can use a calculator for this. Solve the problem, and then hit play, check what I did, and then we'll continue going back and forth. Now, what I also did was I put some problems or two worksheets. Maybe it's one worksheet. Now I can't remember. I think it's one worksheet online and on Schoology. What you could do is either download it or, again, get a piece of paper. You could work on it, and you check the answers. The answers are right there online like I usually do, and it'll be after the worksheet. Right after that is an answer sheet. So just check your answers. I have a discussion board also for each day. So if you have a question or don't understand something when you're going over it, make sure that you've watched the video. And if you still don't get it, just ask a question, discussion board, and I'll try to get back to you with the correct answer. Okay, so anyway, today we're doing area of triangles. All right. So I'm going to skip the vocab because I'm going to go over it right now with you. All right, so we have a formula for a triangle. And to figure out the area of a triangle, it's 1/2 times the base times the height. So what your goal first is, I'm going to tell you right now, is to find the right angle. And if you find the right angle of the triangle, that is going to tell you where the base and the height are. So the next thing is about base and height. What you need to know is the base is always part of the triangle. So the base is right here. You have a base right here. And then you have a base right here. It's always part of the triangle. The height might not be. So let me just erase this. So if you look at these three triangles here, I have two right triangles and a scalene triangle. Or sorry, a isosceles triangle. So if you look at this triangle right here, I found the right angle. That's what you should do first, is find it, circle it. The base will be attached to it. And then the height, you can see the height is at the right angle. So base and height meet together at a right angle. All right, so let's look at a couple other ones real quick. So over here, we have another isosceles. So I see the right angle, so I'm going to circle it. Here's the base, because the base always has to be part, and please know the base doesn't have to be at the bottom. It could be at any part of any of the sides of the triangle. And then here's the height. The height is 7 inches. So the area is of that triangle 1/2 times the base times the height. You write the formula first, fill in what you know. 1/2, the base we know is 6, times the height. Here's what I typically do. So if I see an even number in one of these factors here, either the base or the height, what I usually do is I take half of one of them. So I see that 6 right here is even number, so I take half of that, so it's 3. So it's 3 times, it's 3 times 7. So 3 times 7 is 21, so it's 21 inches squared. That's what I would do. Just makes it a little bit quicker and easier. All right, let me just erase this, get out of our way. All right. So let me see. Let me just up. All right. Okay. All right. Anyway, if you look at the next one over here, this one right here, you could see that here's the right angle. Now look, sometimes the right angle looks like it's off the triangle, and this one it is. But the base is right here. It's always part of the triangle. And see the height? The height doesn't have to be connected to the triangle at all. So that could be the base. That's the base. And this could be the height right here. So let's look at this one. So I see a right angle. Here's the base. Base is connected. Notice the base is at the top there. The height's right here. So the formula is 1/2 base times height. Half of the base, which is 9, times 7. So you could do half of 9, half of 7, or half of multiplying 9 times 7, which is 63. So it's 1/2 of 63. So half of 63 is going to be 31 8.5. Okay, and that's inches squared. All right, let's move on. Let's see here. Okay. All right, so we talked about the base and height. We talked about the formula. All right, and base and height are always at a right angle. Okay, so if I look at this right here, this triangle, the base is right here. The height is here. Now you don't see a number there. You have to look over here. They put the number over there. So this one would be 1/2. The base is 16 times 9. I see an even number, so I'm going to take half of that. So it's 8 times 9. 8 times 9 is 72 inches squared. Okay, I just need to do that. All right. Okay, so for this problem, I want you guys to try to solve it. Just use a piece of paper, find the right angle first, then do base times height. Okay, pause it. And then when you're ready, hit play. Okay, so we have, I circle the base, the right angle. So this has to be the base. Over here's the height. So it's 1/2 base times height. So it's half of 20 times the height is 15. Half of 20 is 10. 10 times 15, it's 150 centimeters squared. Yep. Okay, so I want you to try, I'm going to do 12 for you, and then you guys could try 13. So 12, I circle my right angle. So that has to be the base. Now you have two numbers here. You have 13 and you have 12. So remember, the height is at the right angle. So it's base, and then this has to be the height. It's not 13, it's 12. Because this right here, you can see is the same measurement as this 12. So that's how they draw sometimes the height off the side. So it's going to be 1/2 base times height. Half of the base, so we got 14 times 12. So you could do half of 14 or half of 12, since we all know our 12 times table. Let's do half of 14, so it'll be 7 times 12, which is 84 feet squared. Okay, pause it, and you guys try the next one. Okay, this one, 1/2 base times height, right angle. Here's your base, here's your height. So it's 1/2 base is 20 times 13. So that's 10 times 13. So it's 130 meters squared. All right. Okay. Let's move on. Okay. This one's similar. You got to find the base and height. All you got to do is look for the right angle. And the right angle shows me that 6 feet there, KL is the base, and the height is 2.8. All right. I'm not going to do that problem. Okay, let's do number 14. Let's do 14 real quick. So 14, I'll do it with you. 1/2 base times height. So the base, I look for the right angle. Base is 8. So it's 1/2 of 8 times 3.6. Now, I told you can use a calculator if you need. It's not a problem at all. You just need to make sure that you show all of your work. So it's 1/2 of 8, which is 4. 4 times 3.6, or 3 6/10. So that should be 14.4. Let me just double check. And yep, it's 14.4. Oops, 14.4 inches squared. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Let's skip that one. Let's do 16. So you guys try 16, and then I'll go over the answer. So pause it and then try it. Okay, 16, I see the right angle. Base is 9. Height is 8.4. So we do 1/2 base times height. So it's 1/2 of the base, which is 9, times 8.4. So I'm just going to take half of 8.4. So it's 9 times 4.2. 9 times 4.2 is 37.8, and it's meters squared. Let me just double check. So we have 9 times 4.2 and 37.8. Okay, so next one. Okay, so now they're going to give you the area of the triangle, and you have to then find the height or the base. So it's basically the same thing. So if you look at this problem here, they give us the area. Look, here's a formula. Area equals 1/2 base times height. So what we always talk about is fill in what you know. So here's what we know. Area is 60 equals 1/2. Here's the base, 16 h. So we're going to solve for h. So 60 equals, what's 1/2 of 16, which is 8h. What do? Now we need to isolate the variable, so divide by 8 on both sides. And then you're going to get h equals 7.5 centimeters. Not centimeters squared, centimeters, because it's the height. All right. So I'm going to skip. I want you guys to try 18 and 19. All right. Okay, so let's go over 18 and 19. So our formula is area equals 1/2 base times height. So the area is 300 equals 1/2. The base is 30 times the height, which we don't know. So 300 equals half of 30, which is 15 times h. Divide by 15, divide by 15, and h will equal 20. So the answer is 20 centimeters, and not squared again. All right, let's try number 19. So 19, sorry. Yeah. Sorry. First time using this new app. All right, so we're doing number 19. Now, here we go. There we go. All right, so 19 is area is 198. So I'm going to write 198 equals the base is 1/2 16.5 times h. All right. So I would do half of 16.5 first. So 198 equals 16.5. Divide that by 2. It's 8.25. H. Divide by 8.25. Divide by 8.25. Sorry, it's a little sloppy. So it's 198 divided by 8.25. And again, you can use a calculator. The answer is 24 feet for the height. Okay. These three right here, it's the same thing. So what you're going to do is you're going to find, they give you the area. You got to find the height. So try those, pause it, and then I'm going to give you the answers. Okay, so the answers are, for the first one, 18. I'll just quickly show you what the formula would have been for this one. So it's area, which is 180, equals 1/2. We know the base is 20 times the height. So I'm going to just do this one for you. So we don't know what the height is. So it's half of 20, which is 10. So 180 equals 10h. Divide by 10, divide by 10. So the height is 18 centimeters. Okay, I'm almost done. Okay, so for this one, what you're going to do is tell me the area, the perimeter, and you don't have to tell me the type of triangle. That doesn't matter. So when you do the worksheet online, you don't have to do that either. So area is 1/2 base times height. Plug in the numbers, get an answer. And perimeter, all you have to do is add up the sides. That's pretty easy. And again, you could use a calculator. Okay, pause it. Okay, so the first one, the area is big. I'll just show you the first one. The area is 1/2 base times height. So here's a right angle. To be totally honest with you, this could be the base or this could be the base. It doesn't matter. So we have to use A and B. So it's 1/2 base, we'll say 82, times 58, which is the height. So I take half of 82, which is 41. 41 times 58. And let's just double check their work to make sure they got it. So 41 times 58, and it's 2378. So that's correct. Okay, so that's how you do those problems. Tomorrow we'll go over something else. All right. Have a good day, guys.